And I looked at that panga. I believe he even saw me freeze and like in shock, just like, yo. Like I was like, there was so many things in my head. I was like, everything I've read in the newspapers about people dying is happening to me. Welcome family, welcome back to my channel. For my day one subscribers, y'all know what time it is. And for my new subscribers, welcome to my channel. My name is Juliana Therapy, and for those that do not know, I am the fun child on these blogs, child. And for those that are just passing by and not really sure if they want to subscribe just yet, if you stay until the end of this video and you're still here, child, you're already part of the family. You might as well just subscribe. Can we give it up to these ages though? You know what, I was trying there's nothing wrong in trying something new. I was trying a whole, what do you call that girl's name, a whole J-Lo, and I was like so impressed with what I did. I was like, especially this one came out so cute, and look at that one. Oh my god, I just know, child, you don't need to say it, I already know I look pretty. Anyway, so for the purpose of this video, we need a drink. I will be having some tea, and I'll be spilling some tea. How about that? Listen, I haven't been my 100 for the longest time. I'm still nursing myself, so ting ting, tea it is. And for my day ones, they were really like, girl, we know what tea you drink. I promise you, this is some green tea, some herbal stuff, not anything that you think. All right, get your head out of the gutter, child. Anyway, let's get into this video, child. And not waste none of your time. But before we do that, right, please head over to my Instagram and go and follow me so that I can follow you right back, and let us engage there as well, because most of the videos that I'm planning to put out are going to be conversations that we're having there that I'll put on my YouTube channel, right? So let's do that. All right, so let's get into this video, honey. This is a mess, child. It's a hot mess. My best friend almost had me killed. You see, that's why I don't do best friends nowadays. I do close friends, I do friends, I do acquaintances, but I don't do best friend, child. I learned from the best not to do no best friend. We're not about to do that. All right, so I'm having some green tea. You can go and get what you want to get so that we get into the story. I know that most of us have had experiences with our best friends. So I know a lot of you will be sitting on your couches, your beds, wherever you might find yourself, and you'll be there talking to me through your camera. So child, get something to clear that throat, because we're going to have a conversation, child. Okay, so where it all started, right? So I was in university at the time, but I had flunked university so many times. I decided I wasn't going to waste any more of my mom's coin, so I then decided to go back home, which was I'm not going to say where. I decided to go back home, so I went back home, and I met this girl, right? I met this girl, we vibed, we clicked, everything about us was just in sync, man. We were on the same page, and you know what, our friendship quickly developed and we just became really tight, and great for the most part of it, because at the time, I don't know, I was going through what I was going through. I really can't pinpoint what I was going through, but I was going through something, and I was drinking. That's what I was doing. I was drinking. I don't know if flunking school so many times, because I flunked school. I flunked the same subject, and I will say this, I flunked auditing. It's 2 years in a row. I think the last year I was like, I believe I made it, but this was just not gonna give me the points that I needed to pass. So I was just like, I'm over this whole thing, and I left and went. And I think all of that, which just mentally just was draining me, because I was not in any employment, and I just was really hustling my own hustle. That's the time that I decided to go into entrepreneurship, and I started doing my own thing. I was into the beauty industry, so I started with nails first of all. So that time around was the time that I started with nails, and I was doing people's nails to earn an income. And when we met, that was the time that I ventured into doing lashes. And where we met with this particular friend of mine is that she would come a lot by my salon so that she can get her lashes done. She loved lashes, so that's why I know I met her around about the time that I was doing lashes, that I learned how to do lashes, and I was now installing lashes for my clients, and she was one of my clients. And that's how I met a lot of my close friends, was through that. And that's where we started talking, and we started engaging, and then we started hanging out after work, and then we just started hanging out, and then that just became a whole close-knit something. And now we're besties. So what we would do is we would go out, we would go and drink, we would have fun. That was basically us, and we would sit and we would chat and drink and have fun. Listen, I was in my early 20s. There was nothing else productive or good conversations we had, so we just were drinking, and where's the next party, how we gonna look, getting cute, making sure we're cute in the streets. Child, I was in the streets 100%. I was devoted to the streets. The street loved me, and we had a close-knit relationship with the streets like this. And because she had a close relationship with the street like this, me and her got like this, and the street was in between us, so we were close. So this is where the story now starts. We were, for the most part of our friendship, I really appreciated whatever she did. She was there as a friend. She was a friend. So I don't know what happened for her to do what she did. So I slipped up. Listen, okay, no, let's go back. Oops, send it back. So I met, the time that I was close friends with this friend, I had a guy that I was seeing. But as Jada would say it was an entanglement, child. There was nothing serious with that relationship. But I was having someone that I was seeing, right? And he was for the streets too. So we were like this, because he was for the streets as well, and I was for the streets. So we were like this. That's why it wasn't a relationship. It was some sort of entanglement situation, child. We're with Jada's English now. We're entangling. Okay, so that's how this was perfect. Me and her friendship was for the streets. Me and this guy that I was seeing situationship was for the streets, and I was 100% for the streets. So we were like this. All right, so this is where the twist came. So this girl, I wouldn't say she would sell me, and I was comfortable being sold. I'm not even going front. I was comfortable with being sold that time. So she would she was like the girl, because I just came into town. So she knew a lot of people, and people knew that she knew me, and we were like this. So they wanted to, because I was that girl, right? Have me in their circle or in their chills, or I don't know, but they would want to chill with me, and she made it happen. So this particular time she got this, because I'll be like, oh, where we're chilling, she's like, listen, there's this other situationship that we need to go to. They're really excited, they want to see you. So I'm just like, let's do this and that and that. All right, so she made these happen. She would get us, I could say gigs. You could say that they were gigs, because you just needed to rock up, laugh, and enjoy yourself with new friends. All right, so I was like, girl, where we chilling today? She's like, listen, listen, girl, listen. This one, girl, you gonna like. I was like, okay. So, we went out. I was like, girl, she's like, wait. And this guy was just impressive. In terms of, at the time, what impressed me. He was buying them bottles. He didn't care what I wanted. He didn't care with whom I was. He was like, you with them? You got, let's say, close this bar down. Give everybody everything they want. I was like, girl. She's like, I told you. I was like, well, okay. Oh, well, let's do this then. So this particular guy showed interest in me, and she was the one to hook us up. Now, I had a situationship from the streets. Number one guy from the streets. We were in a thing, but it wasn't thing. So this gent that now was doing the most, I'm going to call him Africa. Don't ask me why. He's going to be Africa. The new guy that was shutting bars down and giving me whatever I wanted in my life. Africa. So Africa came into the picture. Africa wasn't really someone that I would be like, ooh. But he was like, okay, I could work with this, you know. I can make it work. But then Africa grew on me. Africa grew on me like some sort of, I don't know, oak tree. And we just developed something different. And I liked what I was having with Africa. And I was like, okay, listen, Africa, listen. I wasn't seeing what I'm seeing now, but I definitely understand why I need to be with you. So I closed down the streets and I was now exclusively with Africa. And Africa was my boo. Listen, when I say this man was my everything, he was my everything. Nobody could tell me nothing. Not even my mom. Story for another day. And I believed everything that came out of this man's mouth, and this man was my world. Listen, if you see Africa, you see me. You see me, you see Africa. There was no other. This man understood me and understood my love, understood how I wanted to be loved, and I understood how he wanted to be loved. There was just something beautiful, and I was attached, and I believed in love, and I was believing in love at that point. Listen, Africa was my man. All right, so obviously, I don't know if it was because now I'm with Africa and I wasn't giving my attention to the streets anymore that my girl felt abandoned. I don't know what it was, but my girl seemed to be happy for me. Like, for the most part of it, she seemed to be really happy that, you know, Africa was doing what we want a man to do for us. Africa was just it, guys. Africa was it. Listen, Africa understood the assignment. And listen, Africa aced this assignment. I don't know how to explain it, because it wasn't just finance. It was just the way he would treat you. Man, listen, no. So I was in love, and I held on to this love and was just with this love and everything. But listen, my girl needed me. She also needed me, and she needed me to be out there in the streets. And Africa understood. So Africa was like, listen, you guys need, and this is why I say Africa understood the assignment. So he was like, if you guys need to go out and I'm working or I'm not around, you guys can go to this specific bar or to this specific club. And I already spoke to the people there. So whatever you guys are having, the both of you and your friends, I will pay for it. So you can still live your best street life. But I'm the general overseer of your street life. I was cool with that. I didn't have a problem with that because I could still be there for my girl, and my girl appreciated that Mans was coming through for us both. So life was great, you know. So yeah, and you know, one time out of so many times, I bumped into number one from the streets, and number one from the streets couldn't understand why homie wasn't doing the street thing anymore. Homie was streetish, but homie was on the phone be like, baby, when are you coming back? Where are you? How's work? I'm here, but I'm trying to be here for my girl too. And number one was like, listen. So number one invited me one time, and you know, I don't know why I went, but I did. So number one invited me to go and visit him at home and just have a conversation as to what happened. And I probably just felt like, you know what, I owe you to explain what happened. So I'm gonna rock up, and I'm not scared, so I was gonna rock up. So I rocked up and we had a conversation and we exchanged a kiss. I was mostly like that goodbye kiss. But I just wanted to feel thuggish, man. Because listen, before Africa came around, I was the thug. Listen, you wasn't gonna play with me. I was a thug in the streets. But then Africa came to calm that whole seat down. It was like, girl, sit yourself down and just be a girl, be a madam, be a lady. So I don't know, I just needed to feel thuggish, right? So this is where the turn started. So I gave you an introduction, so this is where the story starts. So I meet my girl and I'm like, girl, listen, I met with number one, and number one and I did the thing. We did the deed, and I don't know what to do. But I did not do the deed. For the life of me, I lied. I lied to my best friend because I still wanted to feel like I was a thug. I wanted her to know that, listen, this man, Africa is not gonna calm this girl down. This girl is for the streets and she's a thug. So I lied to her and told her, listen, we did the deed, number one and me, but honestly we just exchanged the kiss. That was it. But I needed my girl to know I wasn't getting soft on her. I was still hard, and I'm from the streets. So I lied to my girl and I told her, listen, this is what happened, but you know what, I told him off, and I told him, then I came out to the truth where I was like, I told him, listen, we can't do this, we can't, and I'm happy. So okay. 2-3 days, I can't remember, but it wasn't long. 2-3 days down the line, Africa gives me a call. He's like, we need to talk. I'm like, cool, where? He's like, no, I'll come and pick you up. Africa taught me how to drive. Today that I can drive, Africa was the one that taught me how to drive. We drove to a different town and back. He even through town, he was the one that was teaching me how to drive. That today I can drive a car, it was thanks to Africa. So he meant so much in the improvement of everything, like in terms of my business, for me to be where I was and how I moved forward, thanks to Africa. I owe a lot of things, just my growth, I owe a lot to Africa. I don't know why I said that, but I think it was relevant, so you guys just understand. So yeah, so Africa was like, no, it's fine, I'll pick you up and we'll go and talk. Africa picked me up, drove me. We lived in a coastal area, so we were by the beach. But what was off that day is that we drove really far away. Like there's the part where everyone sits and chill and browse. Then you drive far away to the mountains. Yo, my life. Far away into the mountains, like a little bit of a dodgish area. Yeah, he drove that direction. Something in me when he was driving that direction was like, something is not right here. But I didn't think that that was it. But I just knew something is not right here. He calmly stops the car, turns around, declare his love for me, and asks me how I feel. I'm like, I would die for you. And at that point in time, I would have died for this man. So I was like, listen, okay, not really. But okay, really now, not really, but you understand the wording, right? So yeah, so I was like, I would die for you. I love you as well. There's nothing and no one else I would want to be with. And then he's like, but then why would you do A, B, C, D, E, F, G? Why would you go and sleep with number one? Da 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 dun. I was like, I was like, what? Where did you hear that? He's like, it does not matter where I heard it from. Why do we always ask where did you hear it from? As if it's going to change anything. He heard it already. Right? So I'm like, where did you hear it from? He's like, it doesn't matter where. I think everyone says the same thing. It doesn't matter where you heard it from. The thing is, I know. My heart stopped. My heart stopped beating for a moment. This is it. I'm going to meet my maker. This is it. This is the end of my story. I saw it. I saw the dead body. I saw my dead body. I saw my neck was, I saw it. It was just in front of me. And I looked at that panga. I believe he even saw me freeze and like in shock, just like, yo. Like I was like, there were so many things in my head. I was like, everything I've read in the newspapers about people dying is happening to me. I was like, I'm dying. I'm dead. I'm dying. Today, here and now, I die. So, I wasn't going to die. I was like, Juliana, do you want to die? I was like, I definitely do not want to die today. And not for something I lied about. No, I'm not dying. Not today, not here, not now. No, sir, no, ma'am, no, for the life of me, I had to pull myself together. But I was dead inside for a minute. Like I froze and like all my organs stopped working for a minute. I've never been in such a situation, so I really didn't know how to react. But thank God I have that where I know how to read a situation and assess someone's feelings and work around how you are feeling. So I knew that I needed to make this person understand what really transpired, what really happened. But my heart though, and when I went home from that experience, I was in my bed, I was like, I almost died. I was like, 20 something, if not 20. I know I was 23, 24. There was nothing my story was not complete, and I wasn't going to pass away like that. I wasn't going to pass away like that. So I just really needed to be honest and be truthful and make my person understand that what he heard was, yes, that's what I said, but what I said was not what really transpired. But do you think I spoke about the kiss that happened? Do you think I said there was that happened. Hi. Hi. No. I wasn't going to aggravate the situation. I was not going to aggravate the situation the more, because if I were to say that that's the only thing that happened, then his head is going to be like, then why why wouldn't the other stuff happen? Why would what she said not be what happened? Why would you just end at a kiss? Why would you allow him to kiss you? But I knew that with me, kisses are different. Like I kiss people a lot. Like I am an affectionate person. A kiss is not that depth of, but if you have with me, then I know that I'm giving something away, and I'm invested in you. But if I kiss you, I can kiss about anybody. I don't, kisses are not, because that's why I'm so an affectionate person. I'll kiss my friends, I'll kiss my cousins, I'll kiss my family, I'll kiss you. But I'll definitely not. So for someone else to understand that kissing is not anything to me, it's like a hug. It's like I'm giving someone a hug. For me, I don't take kissing so seriously. So yeah, I just told him everything, every single thing. And I turned to him and I'm like, you want to kill me? He's like, no. I'm like, so what are we doing with that then? He's like, no, I wasn't trying to, I was just trying to calm the situation, so that, and also not just calm it, I just really, so I was like, you want to kill me? Why would you want to kill me? Because of something you've heard and you have no proof around it. Why would you want to do that? Why would you want to kill yourself or me for something you really don't know if it was really like that, no matter where you heard it from? And he's like, no, I'm not, just I pulled it out because I'm scared, what, so I just want to put it safely away. It just gave me some lame excuse. Nonetheless, we made up, and I just really spent that whole day really reassuring him, because now I could understand he was in a place of doubt. Like, I said what I said, he heard what he heard, and now he just doesn't know what is the truth. So I spent that whole day just really reassuring him and just telling him that, listen, I know it could sound really bad because initially that's what I said to her, but that's not what happened. I said it for these reasons, but so I think he slept on it, and the following day he just told me, like, listen, you just really need to be cautious about your friend, because that's where I heard it from. I heard it directly from her. He was the one that told me. I heard it directly from her. She gave me a call and this is what she said, and she had so much more to say apart from just that. So just be very careful with this friend of yours, because I don't really think this friend is your friend. And he kept on telling me that, no, listen, this friend of yours is not your friend, because if she can tell me this, I mean, she would have told other people the exact same thing. I mean, she's not lying. She wasn't lying, because that's what I said happened. So she wasn't lying. But the fact that she's my friend and she's supposed to be my secret keeper, and she's just out here telling the world what I said. After I came back from my almost near death experience, almost me dying, I then decided not to speak to her until I got everything that I needed. And after some time, me gathering everything that I needed, I just decided, listen, she's not worth it. I'm in a happier place. This person understood what happened, seems to be in a happier place also. I think I'll just be I'll be better off without having this conversation with this person, because I'm sure she knew what she did and that I heard it, and that's why I'm not speaking to her. And I think she reached out several times, but I didn't respond. And until this day, that was just that, and that's how this friendship just died, and that's how I almost died. If this man was so convinced that I did that, I don't know if I would be here today. I really don't know. Because love makes you do funny things, and I can understand him 100% because he was so invested in me and thought I was so invested in him, which I was. Sorry. Which I was at the time. So, you know, I could understand why he was crushed and why he would think that that would be what he needed to do, because I don't know what virus was in the air that time. But I'm not condoning his actions. I just understand where he was coming from. And that's how I almost died, because of my best friend. These people are out here trying to destroy you. After that, I kept on dating this person for a good 2 years. The best time of my life. Best time of my life. I would say it with my chest. And we broke up because of irreconcilable differences. Is it? What do you guys say in court when you guys divorce? Yeah, irreconcilable. That one. Differences. I just came to the reality that our relationship was just in my head, and that it was never going to materialize into anything more than that. And as much as he loved me, there was just a lot of obstacles between the two of us that wasn't going to make that possible. And I came to terms with it. It's not that we don't talk today, we still talk today. I have immense love for him and him for me. He reassures me till this day that if it was any other way, I would be in his life still. But life happens, and we have made peace with it, and we're good friends till today. But that friend of mine, I don't roll with her no more. I would never roll with her no more. The thing is, with me, I only have one strike, and she took it, and it's done. That's that for that. I mean, I don't miss that relationship. I don't miss that friendship at all. There was nothing good that came out of the friendship. It was just drinking, partying, and looking cute. That's all we had in common. There was nothing else than that we were building each other up. So I really don't miss that friendship. You know, everything happens for a great reason, and that's was one of the reasons that it needed to happen. But for the life of me, I still till today cannot get, you the one that introduced me to this man, and then you the one that wants to break me away from this man. I don't know. There's nothing till today that I can't understand why she did what she did. If she needed me to be there for her in the streets, she could have had a conversation with me. Why tear my relationship apart? There's nothing that I understand about what happened in her head for her to do what she did. But on that note, child, I hope you did enjoy this story time. And that's how I almost died, because of my friend. And my boyfriend was the one that almost killed me because of my friend, my best friend. So on that note, thank you so much for rocking with me up until the point. You are dearly loved. I love you guys so much. Thank you for the love, for the support, and head over to Instagram, follow me there so that I can follow you right back. And on that note,